on scenes like this. Pretty harsh frost, I'd have thought, by Sunday morning. But in between times, we've got a bit of a glitch, which you might gather from this radar sequence. There's been rain coming across Ireland over the last few hours. It's made it to Northern Ireland, to the Irish Sea. It's already onto the coasts of both Wales and Scotland. The cloud is not splitting too far ahead of it, and we saw some evening sunshine for much of the southern quadrant, at least, of England. On a bigger scale, it's a fairly thin belt of rain. There's a big gap between the next one. It's the high up here that we watch for the near future. I'll put the isobars on and show you the frontal positions for tomorrow. You'll see they haven't moved much. It's going to move east, then it's going to be pushed back again as that high starts to build. So the evening rain then will be falling in the southwest of England, much of Wales, touching the western side of northwest England and Scotland as well. But to the east of that, and briefly maybe even the Midlands, a touch of frost is certainly possible. By the time you wake up in the morning, around about dawn, there could be a few spots of rain as far east as London, reaching the Pennines, with chance maybe of just getting across the Pennines as well, and there'll be snow falling on the mountains of Scotland. In fact, the temperature is quite low, down to -2. You might even find spots of sleet at lower levels in the Midlands and down central southern England, but that's the average temperatures overnight. Pretty stiff winds as well, particularly off western Scotland. Already they're recording about 30 miles an hour from the southeast, and throughout tomorrow you'll see everywhere just about catches that southeasterly wind, which is going to turn colder and colder. So with that belt of rain, sometimes sleet, moving in slowly tomorrow, it'll almost as far as London, I think 30% chance of it raining in Leeds, then it'll start to thin, so it's going to be eaten in from both sides, which basically means the eastern side of the country will be fairly cold and breezy, but I think fairly bright, 5 or 6 degrees, feeling a bit more chilly than that. Rather muggy though, feeling in the rain or even the sleet furthest west and up towards Scotland. But Northern Ireland could see brightness by the end of the day. And look at those temperatures, 7 to 9 degrees, that's certainly above average. Moving into Saturday now, 1,050 millibars is a fairly high. Gale force winds out of Siberia will mean a very cold start to the Olympics, but we